here in the backyard shop. 1937 Maytag multimotor. We're just going to fix her up. And there was an interesting tidbit on this particular engine. All of these head bolts was marked with that straight mark of 1. All of them except 1. And it had a different size 1 on it. They didn't have the 30s as usual. So, okay, we got all 4 of them down there pretty snug. Thank you out there in radio land. Just kind of following along here. Thought I would take a minute there to say thank you while I'm getting everything done in double time here. Cylinder number 2, we're going to get her on there. And yes, this is just a thank you for the comments that's been left here on the channel page. Some of them has been quite interesting. I do hope that you find some of this informative to help you along with your engine. And if there is any questions, by all means leave a comment. I have been making note. I will probably the last episode when we start her up there. I'll answer the comments that I have not addressed as we go along. We are on the downhill side now. I don't think it'll be as many videos on to put her back together as it was to take her apart and get her up to this right here. But if there's anything in question, leave a comment. Okay, what I was going to tell you about is this right here. If you assemble this without the manifold on it, it will actually put it in a bind once you have it tightened up. If you these cylinders will twist because of the play in the hole right there. If you loosen these up ever such a little bit, you can see it. See how much that turns? And the other one to do the same thing. Well, if you turn this one opposite, when you put your manifold on there, it won't line up. It'll be askew. One corner will have a great big gap in it. So what you have to do before you tighten up your head bolts, what you have to do is to bolt this manifold down. You don't have to have no gasket on it. It'll be a truer surface if you don't put your gasket on. You bolt this manifold on here real tight. What this does is it aligns, that right there aligned your cylinder facing. These exhaust port facings are now in alignment. That's tight. All 4 of those are tight. Now at this point, I can proceed to tighten up the cylinder bolts, all 8 of them, and these are all identical. You can't get them wrong. There ain't no. Now we're just going to snug all of these up decently. Well, just snug, not even tight, but not loose either. All of them to that point, and then we will go around and use the correct pattern to tighten a 4-bolt sequence. I mean, look it up. You're going to have to know now. But it is actually, it's little things like that that will set your Maytag apart from the others. Just like lining up this manifold right here. Well, now that you see I've done it, it had to be done. I'm going to take it back off. I'll show you later on why that I'm going to remove it. But see, I just give all of these at this point the same amount of tightening. I mean, all of this stuff has got to be done. If you are working on a Maytag or planning on working one, what you see is what you're going to be doing. Do it to the best of your ability, and I would suggest you take a large marker and put on your wall there. No cadmium bolts used here. Now you see what I'm doing right here? I'm going to tighten loosen all of those screws up. You may say this is overkill, but it's not. I loosened them up. Now I'm going to go back and tighten them down once again. And you tighten these up. I say these don't have to be torqued. I do not torque them. If you don't know nothing about how tight to get them, it's in the book. Just a 1/4 thread. Just look at it. There's a specification on everything. I'm not going to bother with it myself. Yes, you're going to be doing this if you working on your Maytag, but you notice that so far we've got everything right on it. Now it's tight enough on them head bolts. These head surfaces are true to each other. But you see what we got there now? Y'all see that? Now what I'm going to do is trim off this gasket all the way around, wash her down with some lacquer thinner. Now I'm going to take this manifold back off. It's not there to stay right now. Well, I'll show you the reasons why later. But that's going to bring us up to now. 1937. Maytag twin multi-motor.